referee looks at his watch. Any second now.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hello, welcome back to WantMyBet TV. My name is Will.
I'm Ollie.
Missing Tom today.
Yes, but you are back.
I'm back.
You've replaced Dara.
I'm back. I've replaced Dara and Tom. How did Dara get on? Let us know what you thought of Dara.
Yeah,
in the comments.
In the comments again.
The Irish guy.
He enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it.
Yeah, he wants to come back again.
We might invite him back.
Yeah.
Swap him for Tom.
Permanent replacement.
Yeah. So as normal, going through all the upcoming fixtures, pulling out the stats and going, this is what we would be betting on based on the stats. If the odds look particularly good, we say this is a red one. Don't know if there's a couple of red ones. There's a few more red ones in La Liga. So nip over to that. Didn't do that great.
We had a little bit
in the midweek. Had a little blip. Recently, in the lead up to that, we were doing quite well.
Yeah,
and then that was just a bit of a stinker.
I'll put my hands up.
I don't think I got any right.
I got one right.
I got a 0.
Yeah, I was adamant that Liverpool were going to slip up.
By the way,
against
this
Watford.
this isn't the Dara video we're talking about. It's the one before, isn't it?
No, this is the Dara.
Is the Dara one?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the last one I did. Okay, right. Well, you and Dara did a rubbish then.
Well, your tips. Anyway, I need to just apologise to everyone because I was adamant Watford would get something from Liverpool and they got thumped 5-0. Wesley, just pipe down a little bit, yeah?
Go on, Wes.
We know I got it wrong, but you can't get it right all the time.
Big up Wesley, like Wesley a lot. Right, few big games.
Yeah, we're jabbering on. Let's get stuck into it.
Let's go.
First game.
Shall I start?
If you want.
Tottenham versus Arsenal, big old derby.
Huge game.
Big game.
Top 4.
12:30 Saturday.
It's huge for top 4.
Yeah, it's big. So, third v fourth, 4 points between them. Tottenham have lost their last 2 games now. Arsenal have won their last 3 games.
And been thumping teams.
Yeah. Spurs still yet to draw a game. I was convinced the other week, wasn't I?
Yeah.
That nearly was a draw. I can't remember what happened there. But, okay, so they've won 9, lost 4 at home, winning the last 3 on the bounce. That's Tottenham.
Yeah.
They've won the last 2 home games against Arsenal 2-0 as well. Didn't know that.
Wait, you said they won the last 3 on the bounce, but above that you said Spurs lost the last 2 games. At home.
At home.
Alright, fine.
Arsenal's away form is ropey, which we know. They've lost 4 of the last 6. Their only win in that last 6 was 2-1 v Huddersfield. So, this is from Tom as well, who is an Arsenal fan. He thinks Tottenham are going to win.
Yeah, but I think Tottenham will win as well.
I do.
He's written that as well. Just like when it's your own team and you're like, oh, if I say the other team, then I'm jinxing.
Yeah, but I do believe this. 2.1 Tottenham to win. He thinks they'll win 2-1.
They'll be up for it.
Arsenal's away form just hasn't been good enough.
Hey, it's gonna be rocking, like.
Yeah,
it's
great game.
Such a good atmosphere.
Great game to go to. Great game to kick off the weekend as well.
Yeah, early kick off. Don't like that. Right, next game is Bournemouth versus Man City. So City are grinding out those W's.
Yes, they are. Bournemouth not too bad at home though.
Bournemouth are doing alright at home.
Yeah.
Away from home, absolute stinker.
Yeah.
They got thumped 5-1, obviously you just mentioned, against Arsenal away last week. But they're unbeaten in the last 5 at home, including beating Chelsea 4-0.
Yeah.
But I think that's when Chelsea were at their worst.
Yeah.
But still, beating Chelsea 4-0 is a great result. City have won their last 4 league matches and have kept clean sheets in the last 3. So although they beat West Ham 1-0 the other day, grinded out that result, they're still leading.
Might be a bit of a slower game.
I think it's going to be a bit of a slower game. Aguero looks super tired in that last game, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's rested. But yeah, I think Bournemouth will make it difficult here. City do have a record though against Bournemouth of winning their last 7 against Bournemouth in all competitions. So with all that in mind, I
like both of these.
It's basically, if you go City to win, you get rubbish odds.
Yeah.
It's like 1.2. There's no point, no value there, and we like value. So I've gone with City to win and both teams to score. at 2.25. Sorry, at 2.55. Or draw half time, City full time.
Yeah.
I think that's good as well. That's
Like
4.5. So both got a good value. I could easily see Bournemouth nicking a goal at home. They're really good at home. And City are going to be a bit tired. So
I agree.
Score prediction 2-1 to City.
I agree with that. Next one, bit of a dud. Brighton versus Huddersfield.
Yeah, Brighton have got to
Brighton
win that game.
have failed to win their last 7. All their success at the moment is coming in the FA Cup, which they're doing so well in, by the way. They're in the quarter-finals with Millwall. They lost their last home game 3-1 to Burnley, which was quite surprising. But Burnley's recently form have been really good.
Yeah.
Before that, they only lost one of their previous 4, and that was a tight 1-0 game to Liverpool. So actually at home, Brighton are always pretty good at home.
They're solid, but this is the perfect game they need to get back onto winning.
Yeah, they haven't scored more than 1 goal in that time. So even though they're good at home, it's always tight, low scoring. Away from home, Huddersfield have scored 1 goal in 7 games in all competitions. Blunt. They couldn't score against Newcastle, Cardiff or Fulham, who you'd say Brighton might be better than all those teams.
Yeah.
So I think you either go under 1.5 goals, because if it's going to be 1, I think it'd be 1-0. Could easily be 0-0.
Yeah.
Which is, and that's 2.7. Or Brighton to win to 0, because I think if anyone wins it, it'll be Brighton and they'll win it 1-0.
Alright, shall I tell you a stat?
Yeah.
So, Brighton are currently 92nd out of 92 in the English Football League form table.
Really?
Out of every single team in their whole... Yeah, they're the only club to not have won a game in 2019. That is a crazy stat.
Yeah. But of their last 4 home games,
are they going to get a win?
They've only lost 1 of those last 4. So I think this could either be a draw, 0-0,
they need a win,
or it's 1-0 Brighton. So you go under 1.5 goals, or Brighton to win to 0, 2.55, and it will be 1-0. I'm sure that is going to be 1-0 Brighton.
Okay. Why don't you do a correct score?
Correct score, 1-0. It'll probably be like 7-1.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Yeah.
Right, next, Burnley versus Palace. This one was Tom's. So 15th versus 14th, both on 30 points.
That's hard.
Hard game to call.
Draw.
Burnley lost 2-0 to Newcastle midweek, which I personally thought was a little bit of an upset.
Yeah. I
thought Burnley are looking good at the moment.
Yeah.
Newcastle was still looking a bit shaky. That, for me, had draw written all over it, or Burnley to nick it. Didn't happen. Before that, they were undefeated for 8 games. So they were on a great little run. And at home, their home form is very good. So 1-4, drawn 1, lost 1 in the last 6. Pretty decent.
But Palace have been quite good as well, I think, recently.
Yeah, so Palace are decent away. So they're better away from home than they are.
Are they? One of those ones, yeah.
So they've scored 22 goals in 14 away games this season. And they've won 3 of their last 5 away games. There's also been 3 out of the last 4 have seen both teams to score, and 3 of the last 4 for Burnley have seen both teams to score.
Okay.
So basically, what Tom's done here is both teams to score.
Yeah, agreed.
1.82, decent value. His other one was Zaha anytime. Zaha's got 4 in the last 5 games, so he's a man on form.
Yeah.
At 3.1 is good value.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, tight game to call. Score prediction 1-1.
Cool.
Next game is Man United versus Southampton. So
Should be
Solskjaer,
straightforward.
yeah, but it's not very good value in it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm surprised.
Solskjaer has extended his unbeaten league record to 11 matches. So good.
What's the record?
He's already beaten it.
He did.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think he definitely broke the record for the most wins for a new manager in a row.
Really? Okay.
So that midweek win against Palace was especially impressive because we had 9 first team players missing.
Wow.
So he's done well there, and in fact as a team they've done well there.
Yeah.
Lukaku looked good again. Did you call it last week on your tips, or was it Tom?
No, it wasn't me.
Basically said Lukaku's going to have to step up now. He did. Got a brace.
Well
done, Lukaku. Southampton have only won 3 away games all season. Not great away from home. United are undefeated in the last 6 matches against Southampton, and they also will know going into this match whether they can close the gap on Arsenal.
Yeah, true.
Just assuming Arsenal don't win,
Good shout.
they will know, right, we can get fourth if we just keep on going. So my tip is Lukaku anytime at 2, just over 2.
Yeah,
good value.
very very good value.
He's on form.
Yeah,
he's going to be starting because we've still got injuries. If he doesn't start for any reason, stick Pogba in to score any time because he takes pens and is looking good as well.
Yeah.
Score prediction is 2-0 to Man United.
I could see it being 3 or maybe, don't know.
We've just got so many injuries though.
Don't rate Southampton at all.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, Wolves versus Cardiff. So Wolves are still 7th, which they're having an amazing season.
Yeah.
But the last 3 games they've dropped so many points. Drew with Newcastle, should have won. Drew with Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bournemouth were away.
Yeah.
Should have won. Lost to Huddersfield. Big blip for them, but luckily they're still 7th.
And they're still doing well in the cup.
I think there's, don't know.
Can't remember. Anyway, move on.
Not sure. They need a win here because after this, they've got Chelsea, Arsenal, United in the cup. They are still in the cup. FA Cup, and then United again.
Yeah.
So
quarterfinals, isn't it?
I don't know if they're expected to win any of those games. They badly need to win this game.
I mean, you'd expect them to beat Cardiff at home.
Yeah, Cardiff have conceded 8 goals in 2 games, and at home Wolves are unbeaten in 5 in all competitions. So, just for a Wolves win, it's not even too bad a odds. 1.52, stick it in an acca.
Yeah,
it's actually all right.
I mean, that should come.
I think it's pretty much a banker.
Wolves
2-0.
Having said that, I thought Wolves to beat Huddersfield out of all of the last fixtures. Out of all of the last fixtures, that was the safest one.
But this is at home.
Yeah.
Surely. Wolves win.
I was even saying that to my mate. I was like, it feels like one of those weeks where the most obvious one won't win.
Yeah,
and we even said, who would be the most obvious one to win? And I said, I bet you Huddersfield end up beating Wolves. Obviously didn't bet on it.
Yeah.
But
this one, I'm confident. Get it in an acca.
Yeah. Right.
Next one is
this
one.
Huh?
You want me to do this one?
If you want.
West Ham versus Newcastle, one from Tom. So 10th versus 13th. West Ham only won 1 of their last 6 games. Not good, I didn't actually realise that.
Yeah.
That was against Fulham. At home, decent record, undefeated in 4. Beaten Arsenal, drew with Liverpool in that time, so at home, pretty solid. Newcastle, one of the informed teams in the league, won 4 of their last 6. The only loss was to Tottenham 1-0.
Yeah, doing well.
That was a late goal. Goalie mistake. Away from home, winless in 5. So you got a good home team versus a bad away team.
Draw in on that.
He fancies West Ham to edge it. Last 4 meetings between the sides have all seen over 2.5 goals. So he's gone over 2.5 goals, 1.94. Not bad. Or a West Ham win at home, 2.1, which is probably better.
Yeah, I'd probably go for that as well.
He thinks it'll be 2-1, but could easily be
1-0, 2-0.
1-0, 2-0, yeah. West Ham win in the acca. Boom.
Yeah. Okay. On to Sunday. We have Watford versus Leicester, midday kickoff. Difficult game to call that. 8th versus 11th. It's the first official game for Brendan Rodgers as Leicester coach.
Yeah.
So I just hate it. It's so difficult calling a result for a team when they've got a new manager because everything changes.
He just won his first game, didn't he?
No, but he wasn't. He was in the stands, but it wasn't his first official game.
Fine.
This is his first official game. So Watford were thumped 5-0 by Liverpool last week, which I did not call. But before that, but they are unbeaten in the last 3 on home soil.
Okay.
Although they haven't scored more than 1 in any of their last 4 at home. So it's a bit of a dodgy one. But Leicester have seen both teams to score in their last 3 games, so they are conceding as
It's
well
1-0.
as scoring. It's
going to be 1-0.
maybe, yeah. Okay, I'll put 2-2, but I just felt, even though the stats don't back it up, I just feel like there could be more goals.
Don't know.
Anyway,
Both teams to score though.
yeah, my tip is both teams to score at 1.76. My other tip is draw at 3.4, which is good
Yeah,
value.
it's good.
It could be 1-0, could be
1-1.
2-0, but you choose.
Alright, I've gone completely rogue. Fulham v Chelsea, right? Chelsea did just beat Tottenham, which they had to do that.
Yeah, I know, this is classic Chelsea. They beat Tottenham and then they lose to
They
the
had
worst
to
team.
do that.
Yeah.
Because after the League Cup final, FA Cup final loss, FA Cup game loss, and they'd failed to score in the last 3 away games, conceding 12 in that time, including the Bournemouth game, I think. So it's not comfortable at Chelsea. There's all sorts of problems behind the scenes, not just Sarri, it's like their transfer ban, all sorts of shit going on. So it's a good time for Fulham to play them at home. They're going to play Chelsea. It's
Derby as well.
It's probably now. Derby as well. The last home game, they lost to Man U, which is expected. But before that, they beat Brighton 4-2.
Something you're missing out in
Yeah.
your stats, which is another thing which could just add to the superstition.
Yeah.
Is that it's the first game where Scott Parker has taken over, and he used to be at Chelsea. Didn't
Yeah, good shout.
he? So could he put the nail, the dagger in, to make them not?
And he's got the fight to bring it to them as well.
Yeah, I know. So like,
So basically,
it's all kind of, all the stars are aligning for an upset.
I've got 2 things. So first one is Fulham to win either half.
That should be, surely that's a red.
3.1.
That's great value.
Great value. Either half.
Yeah.
The other one, which I just think is worth doing, Fulham to be winning at half time, right? It could be 1-0 half time.
Yeah.
And Chelsea to win the game. So Chelsea to come out, score 2 second half. Tight, horrible game. Chelsea just about grind it out, but it doesn't look safe. You could see that happening. Fulham half time, Chelsea full time. 20. It's 19 to 1.
It's so unlikely.
I think that is worth a little.
I'm not being funny,
grenade.
but like, my rogue one last week was Watford double chance. Your rogue one this week is Fulham half time, Chelsea full time.
Well, I've gone Fulham to win either half.
I like that. I like that because they don't have to win that. They can still win.
They don't have to win. Yeah.
It could, you can also look at.
It's worth just a little
Fulham,
single, just a couple of quid.
Fulham double chance as well, maybe.
Double chance, maybe. Yeah. I think my scoreline, I've gone Chelsea 2-1.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that this could happen.
Chelsea should obviously win that.
Yeah.
And if they lose that, I think they're back in that rut. They're going to go back to that rut, and they're definitely not finishing top 4.
No.
I
just think it's the
scene is set.
There's a huge banana in there.
Yeah, the scene is set for an upset.
Yeah.
But recently, out of 3 upsets I've called in the last 2 weeks, I've got 1 right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was thinking if I'd got that one, I was panicking already. I was like, I can't call another upset after my performance.
Well, I haven't called any upsets and got any wrong, so this is the first one.
That's not really an upset because you said Chelsea to win.
No, but still like a bit of a rogue one. I've been to be fair, all the slightly roguer ones I've been doing, like draws.
Slightly roguer.
I've been getting them all right.
The draw specialist.
So let's see.
Yeah, let us know what you reckon. Is that one a potential
Chelsea
banana skin? Is it a banana skin?
Could
then, the other big derby of the weekend.
Yeah, last game.
3 derbies this weekend. Derby weekend. Everton versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
Again, I think any derby is always going to be difficult to call. But Liverpool are playing very well at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's 9th versus 1st. 33 points between them.
Wow.
You would not think that would
We got Cliff.
Everton got a rare away win last time out, 3-0 against Cardiff midweek. Before that, they'd lost the last 3 on the bounce and only scored in 1 of those. They've lost 4 of the last 5 home games as well. They're in terrible form.
Come on.
Only win was against Bournemouth, who are useless away from home.
Yeah.
They've lost 8 on the bounce. Liverpool have drawn their last 2 away games against West Ham and United, but smashed Watford midweek. So they'll be full of confidence after that 5-0 win. Liverpool won the reverse fixture 1-0 with a last-minute winner, and they've kept 4 clean sheets in a row in the Premier League. So Tom's shout here is Liverpool to win to 0, and he's put it as red because it's 2.7. I mean, it is good value for what it is, but anything can happen in a derby.
Yeah.
And if anything can happen in a derby, the likelihood of a clean sheet is unlikely.
I could see it being 2-0.
I don't know.
Potentially 3-0.
I like the other one better.
2-1 Liverpool.
Draw half. So then Tom's other one is draw half time, Liverpool full time at 4.5. I think that's a good shout. Could be cagey in the first half.
I bet Liverpool just to win isn't even bad odds.
I reckon, yeah, if Liverpool to win,
Probably
it's
alright.
1.8 or something.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Might as well do that.
Yeah, why not? What was the score prediction?
1-0.
1-0 to Liverpool.
It'll be tight.
There you go.
So that is the Premier League done.
Done.
We got La Liga coming up, and even if you don't watch it, I would say go and watch the highlights of what Messi is doing in that league at the moment. It is ridiculous.
He's a
machine. It's just like mind-boggling how consistent the guy is.
Yeah.
And every time he gets the ball, he goes in. It's just like from wherever he is, you've got to go and watch it. He's scored 25 goals in the league, 10 more than anyone else, and he's smashing in like hat tricks every week.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. You have to go watch it, and it just makes me think. We need to go and watch this guy play while he's living, because it is an actual masterpiece.
It'll be one of those things where if you look back, when
you'll
you're
be
like
like,
60,
why the fuck did I not go and watch it?
And your kids are like, oh my god,
but it will also be a massive shame if he never plays in the Prem as well.
Yeah, I don't think he will, to be honest.
I don't think he will either. I think he'll be at Barca forever.
Yeah.
But you need to watch. Anyway, La Liga's coming up next. Go watch Messi. Otherwise,
if you're in Spain and you want to invite us over, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, put us up. We'll come watch Barca.
We'll come watch Barca.
Boom. All right, sweet. That's it.
See you later.
Now then, the referee looks at his watch, and his second now.